Hi students, and welcome to today's live IELTS class. My name is Adrian and I'm streaming to you from beautiful Victoria here in Western Canada. I hope everybody is having an awesome weekend so far. Students, in this class we're looking at IELTS speaking part 3, the final part of the speaking test and the most challenging questions. The topic of this speaking part 3 is culture of music. Now this is continuing from the class we just finished 30 minutes ago right here on YouTube, where we did speaking part 2, the cue card. You had to talk about a special song, and we certainly heard some of your classmates and potentially you talking about those special songs. I gave you a sample high band answer talking about the famous song Eye of the Tiger by Survivor. Students, in this class you will have lots of opportunities to talk to me, interact through Zoom. The lesson is presented to you by aehelp.com. For academic IELTS. Again, visit us there. For the general IELTS, check us out at gieltshelp.com. These are the websites that power these live classes. They contain all of our videos, practice exams, interactive courses, and much, much more. The websites look like this. This is the academic one here with the blue background. You simply just click that big red button that's right above my head there. It's a one-time payment for lifetime access, and when you do that you get Zoom links every week for the premium Zoom classes. General IELTS, gieltshelp.com, same idea. I did see a couple people bought the course in the last class, which is awesome. Make sure you send me an email for this week's Zoom class links because I already sent those out. So send me an email. Click the big red button, everybody. It's easy. You can use the code VISTA10 for a 10% discount, and then you're good to go. We're an IDP affiliate, everybody. We're a British Council partner and IELTS Test Registration Center. We put the first IELTS video on YouTube more than 12 years ago now. And we are world leaders when it comes to preparing students for the IELTS tests. Romelia, nice to see you in the class. Assad, assalamu alaikum. Shardor, nice to see you. Gulhan, Elizabeth, Fuang. Very good to have you all with me here, ready to learn. The apps for your phone are Academic IELTS Help and General IELTS Help. You can link the apps to the websites, everybody. Emails, if you want to ask me a question, or if you're a premium student and you need the Zoom link, Adrian at aehelp.com or admin at aehelp.com. Right now it's speaking part 3. Tomorrow we have the premium Zoom class. No class Monday, Tuesday, then another premium Zoom class for task 2 on Wednesday. I will be posting this schedule on YouTube today, so make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit the bell so you get notifications for these live classes. And check out this speaking video. That's a band 9. It's a Turkish lady, Elif. She does a great job. When you have a moment. Lots of students in the class. Awesome to see so many of you. That's great. Okay, everyone. Speaking part 3. So speaking part 3 follows from speaking part 2. It's very important that you connect your ideas between speaking part 2 and speaking part 3. So it sounds like a complex conversation. Let's try some of these part 3 questions together now. For now, we'll just answer 1 or 2 questions in the chat. Again, I spoke about the song called Eye of the Tiger by Survivor, and other people spoke of other favorite songs that they really like this one. I'll play a little bit. This is Unstoppable by Sia. One of your classmates talked about this. Just getting you pumped up, getting you ready, getting you motivated. All right, so that's Unstoppable. Again, a very powerful motivational song. And students, on exam day, when you're going to your speaking, sure, why not? Play an English song that encourages you to be confident and to do well. That is good strategy. So an hour, 30 minutes before your speaking test, play Unstoppable, play Eye of the Tiger, get yourself pumped up. Music is beautiful. All right, everybody. So here we go. Speaking part 3 sounds like this. The examiner will say that is the end of part 2. We will now continue with part 3. For this part, I will ask you questions related to the topic of part 2. In what ways do you think music reflects cultural values? Okay, so then you give a nice full sentence answer with a clear explanation and a good example. Okay, so I believe that music, both the rhythm and lyrics, has strong connections to cultural beliefs. Many of the popular songs are a reflection of what those artists learn growing up in their communities. In Canada, society has strong beliefs for individual talent, competition, and success. So it is no wonder that songs like Eye of the Tiger and Unstoppable become mainstream. All right, there is the answer, explanation, and example. Pay attention to vocabulary, students. Pay attention to the structure. Okay? Here we go. I'm glad that everybody's a little bit pumped up from that song. I see that you're encouraged. That's great. So here we go, everybody. Just repeat me. Copy what I say. Copy how I say it. In what ways do you think music reflects cultural values? I believe that music, both the rhythm and lyrics, has strong connections to cultural beliefs. Many of the popular songs are a reflection of what those artists learn growing up in their communities. In Canada, society has strong beliefs for individual talent, competition, and success. So it is no wonder that songs like Eye of the Tiger and Unstoppable become mainstream. Okay? All right? Answer, explanation, example. Nimarjot Kaur has this answer for us. Nimarjot says, I think music reflects cultural values in many different ways, like it shows glimpses of our culture. Okay, that's circular reasoning of our beliefs and values. So you have to define culture, Nimarjot. What is culture? Beliefs and values like family and hard work. Okay? It also introduces, because it also introduces many words of our old society that we are not familiar with. I'm not sure what you mean by that. You'd have to explain that. Give me an example. Okay. You do not want to confuse the examiner. As is, without my corrections, that would only be about a band 5 answer, Nimarjot, because it's a bit confusing. We need clarity. We need detail. Okay, give me an example of what you mean by many words of old society. I'm not sure what you're talking about there, and that has to be included. The examiner doesn't know you and doesn't know what you're thinking, everybody. Especially when you're talking about music, feelings, emotions, you must be 110% clear. Okay? All right. Deborah has this answer for us. Deborah says, through music, most Ghanaians are able to trace their culture and learn their history. For instance, a Ghanaian gospel musician, Celestine Danko, has now made Voltarians popular when she started singing in the news and collaborated with others both in Ghana and countries globally. Okay, I think you have some spelling mistakes. You're typing so fast, maybe with your phone, Deborah, and so some of these words I'm not sure what they are. But it sounds like you're on the right track. That would definitely be a higher band score. There's a bit more clarity there. Okay. Good. Single and Savvy says, music in Nigeria is deeply intertwined with cultural values, serving as a powerful expression of identity, tradition, and societal norms. For instance, traditional Nigerian music genres like highlife, juju, and Afrobeat incorporate indigenous rhythms, instruments, and languages, reflecting the rich cultural diversity of the country. That sounds like a perfect answer that ChatGPT would give me. Single and Savvy. It is. It sounds like a perfect answer. To make it more unique, so, people like perfect answers, of course. ChatGPT will give you an answer like this to this question. If you ask how music in Nigeria, or how music reflects cultural values in Nigeria, what you'd want to do, Single and Savvy, to make it sound more original. Now, I don't know, maybe I'm not saying you came up or you use ChatGPT. I'm just saying it sounds like it could be. To make it sound more original, give an example. So what is an example of an Afro beat song in Nigeria that does that? And even it could be just something really simple, like the Afrobeat song, and then the name of the song that's very popular these days. Okay, so like the Afrobeat song Succeed. I'm just going to come up with the name. Succeed. That is very popular these days. Okay, so just throwing in that little example, everybody, can really help to make you sound original and give it that extra touch, that extra cherry on the cake. So again, one more time, some really nice language here. Music in Nigeria is deeply intertwined with cultural values, serving as a powerful expression of identity, tradition, and societal norms. Repeat after me, everybody. Deeply intertwined. Deeply intertwined means strongly connected. Okay? Intertwined. It's like that. Okay? Expression of identity. Societal norms or social norms, we also say. Expected cultural practices. Okay. For instance, traditional Nigerian music genres like highlife, juju, and Afrobeat incorporate indigenous rhythms, instruments, and languages reflecting the rich cultural diversity of the country. Okay, single and savvy, nicely done. That's a beautiful answer. Fatime says, songs and music can play a big role on a society and have impact on cultural values. For instance, the Italian song Bella Ciao, which was sung by a group of farmers and people, helped them to protest. And I don't see the rest of it, Fatime, but I think that keeps going there. And it looks good. It's a great start. Okay, and I love how you're throwing that example in there. Yes. Songs can become powerful movements. Bob Marley, reggae, I think that was Single and Savvy that was talking about that in the last class. Bob Marley and reggae is definitely a fight for liberation, the freedom of people, the freedom of oppression, the freedom for women, the love for women, right? So lots and lots of social and cultural movements can be encouraged by music. Okay. All right. Good. Next question, everybody. So again, speaking part 3, you need to give detail. You need to be very fluent here. Think of examples, explanations. Okay. Here we go. Can you discuss the impact of global music trends on local musical traditions in your country? Okay, now this will be a little bit unique to each one of us. And don't just say in my country, but make sure to say your country. In my country, Canada. Okay. International pop culture and music have a major impact on the local musical practices. Many of the popular genres like reggae and Eurodance also become mainstream among Canadian youth. The Jamaican artist Bob Marley has become an icon among many Canadians. Okay, so again, in my country, Canada, say the country. International pop culture and music have a major impact on local musical practices. Many of the popular genres like reggae and Eurodance also become mainstream among Canadian youth. The Jamaican artist Bob Marley has become an icon among many Canadians for decades, inspiring local reggae artists. Let's finish that. See, sometimes when I'm typing, I don't get the full thought experience of what I want to say. Okay. Shakrai Arlam is asking, sir, can you please give me some suggestions for Band 8 in the writing? I certainly can, and I can give you a lot of suggestions. The first suggestion I'm going to give you is to join the premium IELTS course at aehelp.com, because there are so many steps to reaching that Band 8 level in writing, okay? And when you join everybody, then you can access those live Zoom classes for premium students, and there'll be a writing task 2 class coming up, Shakrai, on Wednesday, where you will learn lots and you can ask me questions. And in your My Student account, you will find lesson videos. Not only will you find 19 videos for the writing section in the premium version, but everybody who's in the class right now, you'll also find 120 IELTS speaking, 125 IELTS speaking example videos with full interviews, explanations, vocabulary, subtitles. So check that out. Okay. All right. Let's see what you have for your answers. Deborah, I love how you're working studiously and answering for every question. That is great. Iba, let's take a look. Iba says, yes, global music trends have a major impact on local music, like the electric guitar and the tambourine, which have been inserted recently into many musical bands in my country, Syria. Okay, good. Iba, can you give an example of a band that uses those instruments? It doesn't even have to be the truth. You can come up with something like the new popular band Lions. It's not like everybody knows every band. Lions use both of these instruments in novel ways. And have a big following. Okay, so just throw in that example. Okay, I know space is limited in YouTube in the chat, but you just want to throw that in there. Okay. Here's an interesting question, everybody, and keep writing. We're going to be answering these questions through Zoom, through volunteers, very, very shortly here, very soon. How important do you think music is in shaping one's identity? All right. How important do you think music is in shaping one's identity? I think that music can be a major part in the way a person sees themselves. Many teenagers become obsessed with certain artists and genres of music, and they strongly identify with the message in the songs, not only wearing clothing that is attributed to that culture, but also reflecting this in their attitude. Historically, this can be seen with rock and roll, rave, and reggae, inspiring people to grow their hairs long and to have dreadlocks. No idea how to spell that. Dreadlocks, like that. Dreadlocks are the reggae style, right? Where you have the long hair that's kind of all stuck together in these long clumps. And long hair, of course, for rock and roll. All right. So how important do you think music is in shaping one's identity? I think that music can be a major part in the way a person sees themselves. Use the question, everybody. Reflect it. Many teenagers become obsessed with certain artists and genres of music, and they strongly identify with the message in the songs. Not only wearing clothing that is attributed to that culture, but also reflecting this in their attitude. Historically, this can be seen with rock and roll, rave, and reggae, inspiring people to grow their hairs long and to have dreadlocks. All right, let's see what our chat moderator Romelia has to say for this question. Romelia says, not only does music have a powerful effect on our emotions, but also can be an effective tool in terms of finding the best version of ourselves, sure, as it helps us to feel that sense of belonging. People will almost religiously become fans and followers of certain bands. I guess we could say groupies. Anybody ever heard that expression, groupies? I guess we could say groupies who become completely consumed by the music and its surrounding culture. Okay, lots of examples for that, right, Romelia? And watch your spelling of peers, Romelia. It's not pears, it's peers. P-E-E-R-S. Okay. Not only does music have a powerful effect on our emotions, but also can be an effective tool in terms of finding the best version of ourselves, as it helps us to feel that sense of belonging. People will almost religiously become fans and followers of certain bands. I guess we could say groupies, who become completely consumed by the music and its surrounding culture. It's not rupees, Deborah, it's groupies. Groupies are people who follow a band everywhere they go. Okay, groupies are people who follow celebrities wherever they go. Priya, it's good to see you in the class. I'm glad that you're joining in. I know you're a new member, and it's nice to see that you're joining in. That's fantastic. Priya says, I think music is a way a person sees themselves, especially the message has a great impact on our emotions. For example, my husband always mentions whenever he feels low, he listens to, and immediately, it's a little bit confusing there, Priya. Think about rewording that example so it's clear. Okay. Elizabeth, I like your answer. Elizabeth says, I consider music plays a role in someone for shaping identity, like language, cultural connection, and impacts their personal growth. By listening to motivational music like Unstoppable, I am encouraged to try my best and succeed. This is why I play it before live IELTS YouTube classes, so I can build courage to volunteer and improve. Right, Elizabeth? So rolling into that example of how it shapes one's own identity as the example. So I consider music plays a role in someone for shaping identity, like language, the cultural connection, and impacts their personal growth. By listening to motivational music like Unstoppable, I'm encouraged to try my best and succeed. This shapes my identity. This is why I play it before live IELTS YouTube classes, so I build courage to volunteer and improve. And we're going to start our volunteering now through Zoom, so that you can actually do that and you can practice answering these questions with me. And here's a little bit of Unstoppable to encourage you to volunteer. Elizabeth, this is for you.
I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today.
Use the link, everybody.
Unstoppable today. Break down. Only alone I will cry out now. You'll never see what's hiding out. Hiding out deep down. Yeah.
All right. So again, everybody, we can now practice these questions through Zoom. And I've put the link into the chat twice, so it's easy for you to connect. I will start the session, everybody, now. Let's do this. So be brave, be you, do your best, and forget the rest. Here we go. Into Zoom. I'm using my video through YouTube. You can continue to see me there. And we'll let people in. Everybody, if you haven't gotten Zoom in your computers yet, it's a good idea to get it. It is the best software for meetings and for classrooms. I can see there are already 10 people in here. That's fantastic. Let me let you all in. 11 people now. That's awesome. To volunteer, everybody, use the reactions. Raise your hand. So put your hand up like that. You'll see a little hand icon come up. All right, we've got 14 people now. Nice. Alexander's back. Good. All right, so we've got a good group in here. I'll keep letting people in, so if you're not in yet, just be patient. Okay. Let's see. Anahita, you were very patient in the last class. You did not get a chance. Let's start with Anahita today. Anahita.
Hello, sir.
How are you, Anahita?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm good. Anahita, are you an audiophile? Do you love music?
Yes, I love music, but I am afraid of this part three questions.
But were you a little bit motivated by Unstoppable to volunteer?
Sorry?
Did the song Unstoppable motivate you a little bit?
Yes, yes.
Good, good. Then it had the desired effect. All right, Anahita, let me start here. So that is the end of part 2. We will now continue with part 3. I will ask you some questions related to the topic of part 2. Let's talk about music and culture. In what ways do you think music reflects cultural values?
I think music mirrors traditional significance by expression of one's identity and preservation of their lyrics and instruments. Every country has its stories and customs which are indicated by the music. In my nation, Afghanistan, my land song is denotes this.
Can you discuss the impact of global music trends on local musical traditions in your country?
Yes, sure. In my nation, Afghanistan, the web music trends on indigenous musical tradition has had a positive impact because currently my compatriots and I are able to sing different songs with the help of new instruments such as guitar and piano, which were not existed in the past in my nation. Yes, just yesterday I sang a song called Sarzamine Man, which translates to my land with the help of guitar.
How important do you think music is in shaping one's identity?
I think music is crucial in forming one's personality because some genres of music leads to depression due to their gruesome lyrics and composes. However, some other types of them leads to joyful moments, and it enables individuals to become happy and positive people. I mean, when I listen to Sarzamine Man, which is translated to my land song, it enables me to it motivates me and enables me to have positive energy because of its high quality lyrics.
Okay, let's stop there. Anahita, as nervous as you are, you actually did a very good job there, I thought. Your answers were very nicely paraphrased, so I'm sure a lot of your classmates caught that. So the question here, for example, was how important do you think music is in shaping one's identity? And you said music is crucial in forming one's personality. That was a really nice paraphrase of the question, and it tells me that you understood it very clearly and you have some really good vocabulary. And then you said that some genres of music can lead to depression because of the lyrics and the depressing melody, and others can help people to become positive. And then you reiterated that example. It would probably translate something like the Song of My Land. My Land's song is understandable, but it would probably be translated more as the Song of My Land. Okay, Anahita?
Okay, no, the song's name is My Land.
Oh, okay, so it's My Land. All right.
Yeah.
So the name of the song is My Land. Okay, that's the clear way to say it. The name of the song is My Land. Emphasize the is My Land. Can you try that? The name of the song is My Land.
Okay, the name of the song is My Land.
Yeah, even slower. The name of the song is My Land.
The name of the song is My Land.
Good. That was good. Okay. I would say that would be a clear band 7. That was good English. Anahita. A little bit of correction and just more confidence when you're finishing your answers. I think that would easily be a 7.5 or even higher. Okay. You had some really nice answers, I thought. I also really enjoyed how you very clearly mentioned your country. So you didn't just say, in my country, but you said, yes, sure. I like that. You said, yes, sure. Can you discuss the impact? Yes, sure. In my nation of Afghanistan. Really good. And then you said, global musical trends impact indigenous musical trend. Compatriots, we don't use that word so much in common language for speaking. But it's okay. It's okay. It's just not common. Just know that, Anahita, okay?
Okay, sir.
All right. Thank you, Anahita. You were scared of that topic, but surprisingly, I thought you did very well there. So good for you.
Thanks, sir.
All right. Keep being unstoppable, Anahita.
Okay, sir.
All right. Bye, Anahita.
Bye, sir.
Let's give Anahita a big thumbs up. She did a fantastic job. Take notes. That was very good. Very good vocabulary. Nimar is giving a thumbs up in YouTube, and you've got lots more. Sorry, Nimar in Zoom, and you've got lots more in YouTube. That is fantastic. Okay, let's take a student who isn't always volunteering with us. Iman Madi. Alexander, Juan, hang in there. Iman Madi, are you there?
Hello, my name is Isula actually.
Isulu. So
Yeah,
your
okay.
so your family name is Iman Madi, right?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me okay?
No, it's my surname.
It's your surname. That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Isulu is your given name, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a beautiful name. Where are you from, Isulu?
Thank you. I'm from Kazakhstan.
From Kazakhstan. All right, Isulu. And are you into music? Do you like music? Listening to music?
Yes, I do really enjoy listening to music. It's one of my hobbies, I guess.
Awesome.
Sorry for background sounds. I'm in cafe.
That is absolutely okay. It's not a problem. All right, Isulu. Let's get into a couple of these questions. So let's talk about music and culture. Do you believe that the music someone likes can tell you a lot about their personality? Why or why not?
Yes, I do think that the music someone likes can provide insights into their personality, because music is crucial in shaping one's identity, as it often reflects like personal tastes, values, and emotional states. And actually, I heard that studies have shown that people's musical preferences often correlate with certain personality traits. For example, those who enjoy classical music may be more reflective, introspective, while fans of like energetic genres such as rock or hip hop might be more outgoing or adventurous. However, I do think that music tastes are diverse and influenced by various factors such as mood, context, and
In
and so
what
on.
ways does in what ways does music serve as a tool for social change?
Music has historically been a powerful tool for social change, often used to raise awareness, express dissent, and inspire to collective actions. Protest songs, for example, have played key roles in civil rights movements and other social justice causes. Artists use their voices to highlight issues such as inequality, discrimination, and like environmental concerns. And music's emotional impact and broad reach make it an effective means of spreading messages and uniting people around a common cause.
I'm going to stop there because that's just awesome. Isulu, that is, you have some really good. You're not only speaking great English, you're very well read, which is fantastic. May I ask, what is your major? What do you study?
I major in international relations. I plan to major.
In international relations?
Yeah.
Good for you. And I hope very much that you find a strong position in that field, because I think you're going to have a very positive impact on society in your future career. You're very intelligent. Students, so that would be an absolute band 9. If I were your examiner, for sure I would mark you a band 9, and I think any other examiner should. If you don't get a band 9, then the problem's not with you, it's with the examiner. They don't know what they're doing. That's a band 9. That's like you're literally speaking like an extreme expert. So band 9 in the IELTS it means you're an expert user of the English language, and that actually doesn't just mean language itself, but the ideas that you're saying. And I rarely would I ever say this, but it's like that was much better than what ChatGPT could do. Okay, so that's the human level, that's the true human intelligence they're coming out. That's really, so I salute, hats off. I'm going to highlight some really nice language here for everybody. So I asked you, do you believe that that the music someone likes can tell you a lot about their personality? And you said, yes, I do think that the music someone likes can provide insights. Right away, as soon as you said provide insights, I was like, okay, that's some good English, into one's personality. You can make connections, like, because as we just spoke, music is related to identity, so don't forget to make those connections. Okay, Haisulu. I heard that studies have shown, and it's good to do that. It's good to reflect on a study if you've learned about it or read about it. I heard that studies have shown that musical preferences can correlate with personality traits. A beautiful sentence. Musical preferences can correlate with their personality traits. And then not only did you explain that, Isulu, are you still there? Can you still hear me?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good. So not only did you state that very nice sentence, kind of like as if I'm reading a psychology article, but then you went on to give some brilliant examples. So you said classical music listeners may be more introspective, and knowing words like introspective is definitely impressive. Can you explain to everybody what the word introspective means? Aisulu?
Right. So basically, someone who is introspective spends considerable amount of time examining his own thoughts, feelings. If you take, for example, your diary after a happy breakup, you're being introspective.
Exactly. Intro meaning inside. So extro meaning outside, right? Like extroverted, introverted. Introspective, speculate, means to examine, to observe. So to observe one's inner self. Exactly. Very nice. So very, very nice vocabulary. And then when I asked you the next question, in what ways does music serve as a tool for social change? Oh, before I go there, so I'm always pushing to improve, and no matter how good you are, even if you're as awesome as Aisulu here, I will probably give you advice. So Aisulu, don't finish your sentences with "and so on." Okay, and so on weakens what you say. When somebody is as well spoken as you are, you do not want to weaken your comments or your responses by saying etc. and so on. Okay, that kind of phrase, avoid that. Okay, Aisulu?
Okay.
Because it just weakens what you've said, and you've said so many good points and clear points. There's definitely no reason to weaken your statement. All right, so don't say and so on, just finish. Okay, and then period.
Okay, I got that.
Wait for the next one. Okay. All right. The next one. In what ways does music serve as a tool for social change? You said music has historically been a powerful tool for social change. Very nice. Often used to raise awareness and inspire. Musicians have played the roles of heroes and have sent loud messages echoing throughout society, like inequality, discrimination. And then you said it has so music uniting people around a common cause. Yes. Isulu, have you ever seen the movie Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures with Keanu Reeves when he was a young guy?
No, unfortunately, no.
Watch it. You guys will love it. It's called Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures. It's probably the movie that kind of made Keanu Reeves famous. It's from my childhood.
Okay.
Basically, it's two friends. They're guitar players. They time travel and they change the world with their music. There, I've spoiled it a little bit, but it's awesome. You'll love it. So it's called Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures. You reminded me of that movie with the way that you explained your answer. But it was textbook. It was very good. Again, lots of great vocabulary and really well done. So Isulu, just do what you're doing. Make sure that you start strong, you finish strong, connect your answers. So if you just spoke about identity, then say, yes, of course. As we had just spoken about a person's identity, a lot can be said about a person in connection to the music that they're listening to. So make that connection, finish your answers strong, and practice a lot of different topics before your IELTS exam. So you're kind of ready for whatever they throw at you. Okay?
Thank you a lot. I
Thank
really appreciate your
you.
feedback.
You're very welcome. Thank you, Isulu. All right. Big thumbs up for Isulu coming in from a coffee shop in Kazakhstan and just sharing some outstanding English and thoughts with us. And I can see probably inspiring others to do the same. That was a great job. Fatime, I think, agrees, and others agree as well. So very nice. Very, very nice answers. All right. Alexander, I've had you on the hook for a while and I'd like to give you a chance.
Hello, Adrian.
How are you, Alexander?
As good as can be. How are you doing?
I am also doing well, Alexander. Listen to some motivational music, Alexander, and then you'll be better than ever.
Yes, I prepared even answer to previous session. I have some special music for long years from my student time. Some superstitious music which make me feel lucky this day.
Great. Alexander, that's fantastic. Well, you can connect your answers to that song, right? So use that song as an example. Are you ready?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, let's talk about music and culture. How does music bring people together during social gatherings?
Well, it's absolutely one of the most effective tool to unite people around some same idea, around and inspire them to influence for some problem which happening or some celebration which happening. So I think it's one of the best way. Even I could not compare in our way to gather many people around one event, like one music concert or some other event which related to a high profile musician and some idea on some course which made them to perform in favor something or against something. It doesn't matter, but it's really emotional event which can unite people and create common vision regardless of real vision of each person.
Why do you think certain songs evoke strong emotions in people?
Well, psychologically speaking, I think it's quite understandable because as a human being we have senses to music, to words, to feelings. So it's nice music, in combination of nice music and nice words can create miracle. Even tears for some romantic people especially. Hello?
Yes, I'm here. I'm just still typing. Bear with me, Alexander. I'm trying to catch some phrases and improve them at the same time. Okay, just bear with me.
Can I continue?
No, just stop there. And I like how you're stopping. So don't continue, because that's the advice I keep giving you, is just keep talking.
I forgotten to add some examples.
Yeah. And I think you were paying attention to what I said to Aisulu as well there. You have to have a strong finish. So, and in the real exam, of course, the examiner is just checking boxes, so they're not going to have a quiet moment like me typing. But I have to try to type so I can give you feedback after. Okay, let's take one more question. Can listening to music have therapeutic effects? Please explain.
Well, absolutely. Undoubtedly that music could have and usually has a therapeutic effect for some people, especially to make calm down or to make them relax. Therefore, just recently I visited some Asian massage doctor who uses music as a background of his operation. It's really good combination, and I hope and I do believe it has good effect for my health.
Okay, just a second. Okay, so I'm just making some real-time corrections there. That's why it's taking me a second, because I'm processing, interpreting, translating, correcting, typing all at once here. So I'm thankful that you're all bearing with me here. It's all for a good end goal. Once we get to some repetition here. Alexander, that was really good. So I liked, it was actually very positive that you followed Aisulu here, because I think it reminded you of some of the corrections that you work on as a student who's, a clearly band 7, so you're a good user of the English language. And I think sometimes you're reaching 7.5 and you're pushing for that very good, that band 8, where you can express yourself concisely, clearly, with the right phrases, vocabulary. So the first question I asked you is, how does music bring people together during social gatherings? And you said, well, it's absolutely one of the most effective tools to unite people around the same idea and to influence them in some ways, in their problems or some celebration. Yeah, the examples were really missing there. I was like, okay, you could really just throw in a couple quick ones there. And I had songs playing in my head right away. Celebrations, of course, right? What songs? What is a song that would jump into the mind of 99 out of 100 people immediately when you say something like music brings people together at celebrations?
And of course, we are the champions of Queen.
We are the champions of Queen. I love it. I was just thinking of singing "Happy Birthday" around a birthday cake, but you went right. You went right for the Queen. Right for the Queen. All right.
I mean, big event like a big stadium gathering people. For such event like Africa, Aid to Africa, as far as I remember, was very nice event.
For FIFA, wasn't that for FIFA that they did that one? Football?
FIFA, I don't remember exactly, but recently I do remember several music events in support for Ukraine or Russian people who had to escape Russia. So yes, many even well-known artists participate, like U2 supported Alexei Navalny event or something like that. Yeah,
and you don't need to go overboard. So even just one powerful one can really help kind of boost that communication and that score. Like "We Are the Champions" by Queen played when a team wins a big sporting event. That's huge, and that's everywhere in the world, I'm sure. Yeah. And then you said like music concerts and some other events related to high-profile musicians. Yeah, music festivals, of course. So that was good. Okay. I'm going to just say the full answer and then copy after me, Alexander. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So, well, it's absolutely one of the most effective tools to unite people around the same idea, to influence them in some ways, like during celebrations. "We Are the Champions" by Queen is played when teams win a major event and people hold hands and sing it together. How does music bring people together during social gatherings?
Well, it's absolutely one of the most effective tool to unite people around some ideas and influence them in some ways to gather together and celebrate. Just the last event of some team winning a championship would be celebrated by whoever champions back win, and everybody will sing for sure, regardless of country.
Perfect. Alexander, that's perfect. You've literally brought me inside of a stadium holding hands with people singing We Are the Champions. And I can hear it. Everybody else can. We are the champions. You want to sing it with me, Alexander? No?
We are the
champions. We see, everybody, we can across the world, Alexander and I are uniting here.
Unfortunately, I have last hope tomorrow with the Rangers today. Last game. They can be sent away to Vancouver to relax some golf.
Well, hopefully you will be singing We Are the Champions, Alexander. Hopefully. I will hear you. Alexander, that was really great. Thank you so much. Remember those examples? That was good. That was solid. I liked how you had strong finishes there. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your advice, as always. Thank you.
All right, everybody. That was Alexander. Give him a thumbs up. He's an inspiration in these classes for sure, with his ideas and positive attitude. Okay, Juan, chime in, please, if you're still there.
Hello?
How are you, Juan?
I'm doing great. What about you?
I am also doing good. You've been so active in the last class and this one, sharing some good vocabulary with us, like national anthems, and giving your thoughts, and you've been very patient. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, Juan, I will ask you a few questions here for part 3 about music and culture. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. How has the way people consume music changed over the past few decades?
That is related to technology. The way people consume music is directly related to technology. Now music is more available than, let's say, 20 years ago, thanks to the internet and streaming services. For example, now I can find any song I want on YouTube Music or Spotify.
What do you think the future holds for the way we listen to music?
Well, I think it's gonna be related to quality of hardware. Nowadays, speakers and earphones are great quality, even the cheap ones. And I think it's gonna be related to that. We're gonna be able to listen to really loud music without our ears getting harmed. And also, it's probably related. It's gonna be related to the use of technology when making music. For example, nowadays even people are making music with AI, and I think it's gonna be more popular in the future.
Okay, I'm going to stop there. The next question would have been technology impacting the music industry, but I think you're already on that tangent, so the examiner might even skip that question. That was really good, Juan. That was some really, really good speaking there. You're definitely in the band 8.5 range with those answers, so very nice answers. Direct, using the question, very clear, clever. Students, just like with Isulu and now with Juan, to get those high band scores, band 8, band 9, you do have to be calm, quick, clever with your answers, as well as having good English. So Juan recognized right away that these are technology related questions. So music and technology are very closely connected, and it would be very important for these to to make that connection. How has the way people consume music changed over the past few decades? You quantified it. You said 20 years ago. That was really smart. Make sure to use that present perfect immediately. It has changed a lot, and it's mostly related to technology. Music has been connected to technology, and we are living in the age of technological boom. So it's no wonder that music has been impacted both by software, by hardware, new musical instruments, genres. So a lot of content and information there as long as you think about that. You said streaming services like YouTube and Spotify, really clever. That was great. Just repeat this one sentence after me, Juan. We are going to be able to listen to music really loud without getting hearing damage.
We're gonna be able to listen to music really loud without ear damaging.
Hearing damage.
Hearing damage.
Yeah, it's a strange way to express it, but that's the way that it's often. You get hearing damage, or they also say hearing loss. So it's probably even the most technical or most common way. Hearing loss.
That is the precise terminology.
Exactly, it's hearing loss. Yeah, without getting hearing loss. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you just repeat that? Without getting hearing loss.
Without getting hearing loss.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly as you said. That's the precise terminology for that. And sometimes English is very technical in the way that you have to say it to sound natural, right?
Yeah.
People will say like hurting our ears, like a native speaker will say without hurting our ears. But then the examiner, if they're with that native speaker, they would mark that down. They would be like, that's not quite accurate, even though we use it and say it, it's not quite accurate. It's hearing loss, right? So preserving the accurate language, we would say correctly hearing loss. But other than just small nuances like that was really, really good. Okay, that was very, very accurate. So very well done, Juan, for sure.
Thanks.
Any questions about speaking part 3 or this so far?
No, and I wanted to be in today's class because the topic is really fun to talk about. Like last week it was food, and now music, and I think, it's true. I mean, everyone in every culture can relate to these topics in some way, at least. So yeah, thank you for that.
You're very welcome. I appreciate you saying that. And it's important to enjoy the learning process. And you've just made me realize that connecting the two, food with music, is a good idea as well, right? Oftentimes, music and food are hand in hand. So we eat and we listen to music to have a great evening. Thank you so much, Juan. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, everybody. That was Juan from Argentina. He's a regular student and a brilliant user of the English language, and it shows through his regular practice. Let's take Namar here. Namar, can you unmute yourself, please? Namar, I don't hear you. You might have to change your settings in Zoom. So check your microphone. Beside your microphone, there's a little arrow that will. Yeah, did you find it?
Are you able to hear me now?
I can. I'm glad you're able to fix it, Namar. How are you?
Fine, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Where are you, Namar, in the world today?
So, I'm currently in Punjab.
In Punjab?
India.
Yes, sir. All right. And music is certainly a big part of culture in India, right?
Yes, sure.
There would a Bollywood movie could not exist without music. Am I correct?
Yes, true.
Music and dance, right? All right. Are you ready for a couple of questions?
Yes, it's my first time that I'm going to try it.
Absolutely. All right. So let's do this. Let's talk about music and culture. How has technology impacted the music industry?
I believe that technology has a huge impact on the music. Like if we see in the times back, there used to be a time when there used to be very less music tunes, like kind of various tones and so. But like as different kind of technologies are emerging, kind of it's adding intense tunes, variety, background, like a lot of things.
What are the benefits and drawbacks of streaming services in terms of music accessibility?
To make sure that I understand the question, like you're asking about the mainstream benefits.
No. What are the benefits and drawbacks of streaming services in terms of music accessibility?
Like the benefits of mainstream music services are huge. Like it increases accessibilities. Like every person, be it anyone who is sitting at the corner of the world, be it in any country, one can listen to the same music that's being played. Like it used not to exist in the past, but like with the technology, it is possible in the today's world. And kind of it is subject to change. Like a lot of developments are also being made.
Can you give me an example?
It's like the quality of the music that we are listening to. Like furthermore, the volume, the various audio settings, like.
Okay,
And
that
so
is the
on.
end of part 3. That concludes the speaking section of the exam. All right, not bad, not bad. Okay, I mean, it was your first time volunteering and you basically got stuck with 2 of the hardest questions of the week. So good for you for not giving up and for giving 100% effort. I think that is exactly what you need to do. And your band score, I would say, is about a 6 there. You are fluent. And again, to be fair, these were some of the most challenging questions. I liked how you tried to, make sure that you understand the question. You kind of got me to repeat it with this last one. What are the benefits and drawbacks of streaming services? Streaming services is kind of what Juan was talking about with Spotify and YouTube, where you can just, like, you don't have to use a CD or a cassette or a USB. You can just, like, from the cloud stream music directly, right? And it was asking, like, what are the benefits and drawbacks? So what are the positives and negatives in accessing music like that, right? And so you kind of had the right answer, but you used the wrong word. You said mainstream. Mainstream means like it's popular in society. So mainstream and streaming services are not the same. So you have to be careful about that. That was a little bit confusing. Okay. But you really did well with that phrase. Like you said, to make sure I understand, you're asking about the mainstream services, and that's why I said no, and I said the question again. And it's good to do that in the IELTS, and some examiners will help you a little bit by repeating the question like that. Okay. And it sounded to me like you understood what I was asking, because you said it increases accessibility. I just don't think you quite had the term streaming services, and that's why I asked you for the example. I was trying to figure out how clear you are with what we're talking about. Okay. So just repeat after me. I think the advantages of streaming services are that people can listen to the same music at any time in different parts of the world.
I think the benefits of the
Services
streaming services
are that people can listen to the same music
are
anytime.
that people can listen to the same music anytime,
Anywhere in the world.
anywhere in the world.
They can listen to the song I spoke about in part 2, Unstoppable, through YouTube or Spotify.
They can listen to the same song that I spoke about in part 2 by YouTube or Spotify.
Perfect, right? And that's your example. So avoid ambiguous ideas. So make sure that you're being very specific. Okay, so you said as new technology emerges, it helps with like a lot of things. Avoid the word things, everyone. I haven't said that in a while, but those of you who are regular know that you cannot or should not use the word things or stuff. So a lot of instruments. Okay. So as new technology emerges, there are a lot of new instruments like a synthesizer or electric guitar.
Like as the new technology emerges, there are a lot of new instruments like a synthesizer or a guitar.
Very, very nice. Okay, so avoid those words, things and stuff, and use specific nouns. You're doing fantastic. So like I said, for those, it's about a band 6. You were fluent. It was just a little bit confusing and there were a number of mistakes. You need to be more accurate with a little bit more detail. Namar, thank you. That was lovely, and I appreciate you being brave. And even though it was your first time volunteering, you were like, okay, I don't care, these tough questions, I'm going to give it my best try. And you did, and that was awesome, and I commend you for it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
All right, have a great rest of the day in Punjab. That was Namar, everybody, and she put her heart out there. She was confident. She was brave, as all of you should be when you're doing this. Students, I'm going to finish up there for today, and I'm going to end by encouraging you to be brave and to be unstoppable. Yes, we're going to finish with a little bit more inspiration.
I know I've heard that to let you feel sure is the only way to make friendships grow, but I'm too afraid now. Yeah. I put my arm around, show you how strong I am.
Students, premium class coming up tomorrow for the premium users on our websites. Okay, I sent you the Zoom links. That's tomorrow at the same time as this class. If you want to join that class, become a premium student at aehelp.com for academic IELTS and gieltshelp.com for general IELTS. Those are our websites. We use our websites regularly for materials to maximize your learning, to save yourself a lot of time and money, not sitting the IELTS exam multiple times. Join us there. Click that button above my head and you are good to go. Thank you to all of my volunteers. You're all brave, beautiful people around the world, and I appreciate you being here with me in these classes, learning English, improving yourselves, and becoming the best versions of you. Much love to all of you wherever you are in the world today. I'm Adrian. I'm signing out from Canada, Victoria, British Columbia. Bye for now.